11th, 2023, published on the Township website and posted on the official Township bulletin board. Next item on our agenda is the nomination and election of mayor.
I'd like to nominate Chris Banks for mayor.
I'll second it.
Roll call. Ms. Astor?
No.
Mr. Brown?
Here, present.
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wrong way.
Ms. Burgess?
No.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes.
Thank you. All right, so, Mr. Banks, congratulations.
And thank you. And I'd like to thank everyone that's here, fellow council members as well, for our second term for the mayor of this wonderful town. We had a really good year last year. We had some challenges last year as well. We had a lot of firsts in terms of what we tried to do in regards to different events, different things, try to be more transparent, but everything is a work in progress. And you know, we strive to, like I said, be better than we were last year. And I'd like to appreciate everyone that's here for our support as well. And I think we would do the swearing in, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, okay.
Raise your right hand. There you go. All right. Just repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Christopher Banks,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey.
and that I will bear true faith
I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people.
and I will faithfully,
I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of mayor
of the office of mayor
for the Township of Mount Holly
for the Township of Mount Holly,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Like I said, I want to thank everyone. Appreciate it. Look forward to the upcoming year. We have a lot to accomplish, a lot of work to do. So I don't want to take up too much time. We can proceed with the rest of the meeting. Now, we will have a nomination for the election of a deputy mayor.
Yeah, I move to nominate Jim Burgess for deputy mayor. Oh, for a second?
Roll call. Ms. Astor?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
No.
Ms. Burgess?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
No.
Mr. Banks?
No.
All right, that nomination does not go through.
All right, I'd like to make a motion to nominate deputy mayor for Mr. Jones, Tracy Jones. I'll second.
Ms. Astor?
No.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Burgess?
No.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes.
That nomination does go through. All right, repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Jason Jones,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the
that I
Constitution
will support the Constitution
of the United
of
States
the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I will faithfully,
And I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of Deputy Mayor
of the office of Deputy Mayor
for the Township of Mount Holly
for the Township of Mount Holly
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank everybody, and look forward to continuing being deputy mayor for the year 2024.
All right, moving on to appointments to the planning board.
May I make a request that we vote on these individually as opposed to in one slate?
Appointments.
Yes, appointments?
Appointments are done by the mayor. So, this is taken in one motion, right?
I know that they're done by you. I was requesting that potentially we nominate and vote on each one individually
For planning board?
for
Tom.
planning board and UEZ.
So our code provides that the mayoral members.
Okay. So these are mayoral appointments, so we already made the decision, so they'll make their motion. I have to read them. So for the appointments to the planning board, we have a class 1, the mayor designee would be myself, Chris Banks. We have a class 2 township official, will be Mr. DeFalco. We have a class 3 for our council member, will be Jason Jones. And class 4, we have a few class 4s, 2 up. We have Ted Jacowitz. Thaddeus Ted. He's previously served on the board. We have Stephen Stafford, and we appointed an alternate number 2, Mr. Paul Kennedy. Can I get a motion?
I make a motion to approve the appointments read by mayor.
Need a roll call?
Ms. Astor?
No.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Burkus?
No.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes. Now we're moving to appointments to our Urban Enterprise Zone, the UEZ Board. We have a council designee as one. And we have 4 open slots for the term for this year, 2024. And the council designee will be myself, Chris Banks. And we'll have our returning members, St. Riley, Mr. DeFalco, Vince Amico, and Seth Levine. Can I get a motion?
Motion to approve the appointments for the UEZ board read by the mayor.
Roll call.
Ms. Astor?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Burkus?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes.
Thank you.
Those individuals, that board is completely filled. Now, matters to be presented by the public. Members of the public are invited to submit comments during the public comment portion of this meeting. The council pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act will not publicly discuss personnel matters and may choose not to respond to comments made by members of the public during this portion of the meeting. However, the council will give all comments appropriate consideration and refer all individual complaints to the township manager or appropriate township representative or resident. Each citizen will be allotted up to 3 minutes to speak in order to allow everyone an opportunity to express their opinions and or concerns. So let's start with the first row. Anyone, any comments? Mr. Lopez.
Good evening. Happy New Year to everyone. I just had 2 resolutions, G and N.
She's asking about G and N. Resolution from the Township Board of Engineer,
Insurance fund.
Insurance fund. That's the Jim.
What are your questions?
Who are they?
Who are they?
Yeah.
Well,
if you don't mind me telling.
G 2024-7 is ERI, Environmental Resolution, it says right there. Resolution 2024-14, the fund commissioner is Sherry, our township clerk, which has been passed.
Is,
Everything is status quo.
okay, is Parker McKay was gonna be our bonding, people? How'd you say?
That's the resolution 24-5 would be.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is there something missing?
It would look like all one word,
Okay.
so I got it. All right, can you move on to the first row? Move on to the second row. Seeing none, third row?
Maureen Taylor Ford, 117 Grand Street. I'd like some explanation for resolution number 13, number 17, 18, 19, 21, 23, and 24, please. We have name, association, and date of year of.
Can you speak up, Ms. Ford?
I heard 13 and 17, but I lost count after that.
13, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, and 24.
So 13 is our animal control people.
Is that local here to Mount Holly, our town, and do we have a representative?
Well, yes, I mean, they're in Medford, but there isn't a local Mount Holly animal control.
Do I have, is it a point of contact?
I can get you a point of contact,
Thank you.
sure. What's the next one?
17.
17.
17?
American Society.
Yeah, that ASCAP is, it's something we have to do every year. If we use, music at certain events,
It's for the license.
it's for the licensing, we have to pay for that. So that's what that is.
And
18?
18.
Cash management plan.
Yeah, 18 is also a yearly resolution that we have to do. It's part of finance. We have to adopt the cash management plan every single year.
Is it similar to a cash petty fund, or?
No, it's just stating that we will use the funds as, so it's very financy. There's,
It's a tool for our chief financial officer.
thank you,
Okay.
thank you. No, helpful, thank you.
19.
19.
Same thing, that is just something that we have to do every single year per the law,
For finance.
for finance, for people not paying their taxes.
And
21.
21.
Robert's Rules of Order is used as, there are two different, rules that you can use for conducting meetings. Robert's Rules of Order is one of them. We have to adopt that every single year as well.
Every year. And 22.
Meeting dates.
Regular meeting dates. So that's the meeting dates as they're set. They will be published in the newspaper. They will be published on the township bulletin board and on the website.
Thank you.
Also something we have to do every single year.
23 and 24.
Designating official newspapers is the Burlington County Times and the Courier Post, also something we have to do every year. And an agenda for policy meetings of the Township Council is also something we do every single year.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That was 24.
She spoke on both.
She spoke on both of them.
Actually, we'll clarify a little bit further, because I did have some questions as well. It basically, is a resolution making it so that.
You can get to that later.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. Next row, anyone else in the row 3?
Beverly Sweeney, I live at 19 Washington Street. On my tax bill, it says that I am lot 9, but if you go online, it says the area was divided between 3 different numbers, so that confuses anybody when I want to put anything in for taxes. So who do I speak to for that?
So you're saying your lot is missed? Tax assessor.
It's, Mr. Leo Maduri, he's our tax assessor.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we'll make a note, we'll have Josh follow up with the
All right.
tax assessor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else in row 3? Going to row 4, last row. All right, I'm seeing none, so we're closing the public portion of the comments here. We'll move on to the resolutions that we briefly discussed. So we have resolutions for consideration for council. This is a consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine by council and will be enacted by one motion. Should a council member wish to discuss a consent agenda item separately, that item can be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence. Anything that we want to vote on separately here in the consent agenda?
I do. I have 2 I'd like to pull. M, as in Michael, 2024-13. And also Y, 2024 oh, I'm sorry, X.
X.
Yep, 2024-24. Just those 2.
Anyone else? So for the resolutions for consent agenda, we're gonna take resolutions number 2024-1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, and 26. All in one motion. The other 2 will vote separately. So can I get a motion to pass the majority of the resolutions?
Motion to approve the consent agenda as read by mayor.
I'll second. All right, we have a first, we have a second. Roll call.
Ms. Astor?
Yes.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Burkus?
Yes.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes. So resolutions number 2024-13. Resolution appointing animal control services, New Jersey Animal Control. Can I get a motion?
Make a motion to approve 2024-13.
We have a first, and we have a second. Roll call.
Ms. Astor?
No.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Burkus?
No.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes.
Thank you.
And resolutions number 2024-24, resolution adopting the agenda policy for meetings of the Township Council. Can I get a motion for this?
Motion to approve.
No.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, point of information.
Motion's made,
Right, yes.
Yeah, I actually have a question and I'm trying to find the exact wordings, okay? Okay, here we go, I'm sorry. Just, I wanna understand, like, I was trying to figure out when this was initially adopted, if it was first adopted in 2021. But my question as far as like getting more information, why are we adopting this resolution that gives the mayor and the township manager sole discretion on what is on the agenda? I mean, the township manager is an appointed position by council, each members of council. I don't understand why we adopted this resolution in the first place and why we're giving more power to the township manager to decide what goes on the agenda and not each individual council member. Why we're adopting it.
reason why we adopted it, Josh is a day-to-day. He handles everything from a day-to-day. We as council members are appointed to represent the people, but we have a council manager set up here. He runs a day-to-day. For me, I'm here to assist him. So, when we adopted it in 2021, he is the point person, along with myself, and then with us as well.
It doesn't, but thank you.
And next time, we can try to ask you these questions before the meeting, so you can at least know, give you that answer.
No.
Mhm.
No, it should be
Some
public.
favoritism.
It should be public.
That's why you get the agenda. You get the agenda. Any other questions about this? All right, so let's make a, so we already have a first for this one. And now we need a second. All right, roll call.
Ms. Astor?
No.
Mr. Brown?
Yes.
Ms. Burkus?
No.
Mr. Jones?
Yes.
Mr. Banks?
Yes. Resolutions 2024 dash. That's passed. So moving on, now we have matters to be reported by the township manager. Josh, you have anything? Appreciate it, thank you, sir. Tom, my township assistant, do you have any questions?
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to thank the council for the
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Tom. Matters to be said by council, Ms. Burkus.
Yeah, I just wanna mention one thing, that Tara actually brought up, at that last vote. We are a council manager form of government, which specifically distributes, the bulk of power across the council, as opposed to other, there's I think 3 other types of government forms under the Faulkner Act, and this is the one that we've chosen, many years ago. So that is as opposed to a strong mayor, which is not my word, it's literally a weak mayor or strong mayor in this particular case. We have chosen a form of government that it includes a weak mayor, so therefore it is clear to me that the intention here is that things that, like the setting of the agenda, is something that the public would want their several of their elected officials to be able to contribute to. I don't know if anybody, as you pay attention to things that go on beyond here, at the state level, at the federal level, setting the agenda is an incredibly powerful and important it's a thing. If it doesn't make the agenda, we can't vote on it, we can't discuss it, we can't talk about it. So setting the agenda is really important. It's not as simple of an administrative task, I think, as maybe we think it is sometimes. So that is the reason that I voted no for that particular resolution. I just wanted to make it clear about why. It wasn't just arbitrary. So also I also voted against the New Jersey animal control. I would hope, and I'm remiss in not doing this prior to this meeting, I should have done this before, and to potentially look into some alternates to that particular company in the future. So we'll talk about that when we get around to doing this again. So Happy New Year, everybody, and thank you everybody for coming out. It's great to see a full room. Appreciate it.
All right, Ms. Burkus.
Thank you. Well, happy New Year and welcome. To follow up with what Ms. Burkus had stated about the resolution 24, which is in regards to adopting the agenda policy. Basically, what the resolution means is that, like, I or Councilwoman Burkus or Councilman Brown cannot just have something put on the agenda. We literally need the permission of the mayor and the township manager, and we just feel that we don't need that resolution, and that we should all have the power to be able to say, oh, I'd like to have a resolution to, plant flowers in front of the township council, the municipal building or whatever, and then we vote on it. But, and of course, if you don't support a particular agenda item, you can always vote no. And much as what we see it goes on in Congress, etc., a lot of things never make it to the floor because whoever controls the meetings controls what everyone votes on. So I just think it's more democratic for everyone to have equal power to put something on the agenda, and then that way too, you can always see how we vote, whether we support something or we don't, and I think that's incredibly important. Secondly, part question, part possibly making a motion. I noticed that, there are, still, openings on the rec committee and the environmental committee, and we've only received one application for each committee. Is it possible to extend the application deadline, because with only one application for each committee, how will we know who to appoint? Would that be a possibility?
That is a possibility. We like the process.
Okay. We
Actually,
only got one
50%.
application for each rec committee and environmental committee, so if you or someone you know would like to be appointed to one of those committees, let them know, because we went through all the applications, and rec committee and environmental committee have lots of openings, and we only got one application for each committee, so. And other than that, I think that's everything, and thank you so much for coming and participating in democracy. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Brown.
Yes. I've been on this council for 12 years now. And right from the beginning, we've always run this meeting this way. And I don't think that, we always had good people who was involved with everything. They agreed with everyone that came here. But, I mean, you know, everybody can't agree with everything. But this is where it's been for 12 years now. So, I thank you.
Ms. Brown? Yes. Thank you. Mr. Jones?
Yes, thank you again, guys, for the vote of confidence to be deputy mayor again for 2024. It's been an honor to serve this council for as long as I have. I appreciate that. And with that, thank you everyone for coming out. I hope you guys have a happy new year, and look forward to hearing from everybody in the future.
Thank you. I will round this out. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate you guys, council, for the support as well. Like I said, this town has been set up this way for many, many, many years. So for us, for to be portrayed as weak is, I guess, someone's choice of words, but I don't believe so, because there's a lot that goes on with the responsibility of this particular chair. And I don't take it lightly. And I think my predecessors don't take it lightly either. And I don't think some individuals know exactly what the amount of work that goes into this and the time commitment that goes into this. Remember, everyone up here is part-time. So we can't run a fully functional town or city. We're not that big. So we have to have someone as a point person to be that particular person. And our town manager, Mr. Brown, has done that for many, many years. And he's excellent at his job. And I like to defer to him. We have a collaboration. Now, I would like to say this. Everything that we do is always open for discussion at any time. Individuals can reach out to me when they need to. Reach out to Josh or Sherry to whatever questions you may have. You can ask them directly, or you can set up a meeting directly where it's not in violation by having too many council members. Most of the time, that's not even done. So I would encourage individuals that have their opinion to at least speak up, come to the source to get the answers that you need instead of wasting our time here at the meetings, dragging it on with those questions. I would appreciate that moving forward this year, because this is not easy. Being here, being elected official is not easy. But here's the thing, this is something that we chose to do. And for me, when I choose to do something, I do it to the best of my ability, no matter what. I don't really care about people's opinions at that particular time. I do what's right for this particular town. And I'll continue doing what's right for this town. Anybody in the audience that's ever met me, spoke to me directly, I treat them with respect, 100% of the time. If you have a question, you can reach out to me in the proper form. With that, like I said, I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate you guys coming out. Happy New Year. And we're looking forward to 2024 because we're going to have a good year this year. I mean, a lot of things on tap to make sure we get everything everything done that we wanna get done for all the residents here in Mount Holly. So I'd like to thank you guys, and let's, 22nd, right? Yeah, January 22nd. So January 22nd is our next full official meeting. And it will be that Monday, January 22nd. All right? And is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor? Aye, thank you.
Make a note that he thinks public discussion is a waste of time. That's an,
Here, say that again.
that's important.
Yeah, say it again.
Yeah, what?
Let's do recording.
Oh, you want me to put it on the air?
Yeah, no, recording.
Yeah.
On YouTube.
I just like to make a note that Mr. Banks thinks that the public comments are a waste of time if you just heard what he just said. And that's important who to vote for in November of 2024. Thank you.